Hola gente, les habla Tiar93 y pues bienvenidos al capítulo número 43 de este Genshin Impact. Antes que nada quiero agradecerles a todos ustedes por seguirme ahí detrás de la pantalla, muchísimas gracias, y también los quiero invitar a suscribirse si aún no lo han hecho. En el capítulo anterior fue lo que es el housing. Ahorita mismo tengo un poquito, muy poquito avanzado lo que es ese modo de juego. Yo esperaba un poquito más. Estoy un poquito de aquella manera como un poco decepcionado porque pues el mundo está demasiado, o sea, justo. O sea, si pones varias cosas, se te llena lo que es esa especie de mundito y ya no te deja poner más cosas. Si pones casas, ya no puedes poner árboles. Si pones árboles, ya no puedes poner casas. Si pones un gato, pesa más que un edificio entero. Y hay muchas cosas que la verdad no me terminaron de gustar tanto. Así que estoy un poquito decepcionado de ese mono. De ese modo, no de ese mono. Me equivoco. Ok, este capítulo vamos a hacer lo que son la misión o las misiones legendarias de Zhongli. La primera, que nunca la he hecho ni con ustedes, o sea, no he hecho nada de misiones legendarias, o no sé cómo se puede decir, misión legendaria. Hice la de Jim, que le hice tras cámara, porque pues ya había pasado demasiado tiempo con Jim. Ahora me falta la de Ganju y la de Xiao. Me dijeron ustedes en directo, cuando lo hice, creo que fue la semana pasada o algo así, que querían que hiciera la misión de Zhongli la 2, que porque venía una parte muy chida y todo eso. Pero como yo no he hecho ni siquiera ni la primera, así que les voy a traer, por ejemplo, todo este capítulo va a ser de la misión legendaria, ya sea del acto 1. Y en otro capítulo del acto 2 de Zhongli. Y si ustedes quieren y me dicen ahí en los comentarios, pues les traigo la de Ganju y les traigo la de Jutao. Ahorita mismo también está otras misiones que son estas de iniciación de amplificador de energía, pero yo ni siquiera le he tocado, esta misión. La verdad no me convence tanto, le estoy haciendo mi cuenta secundaria, pero pues no, la verdad no me convence tanto, así que esta yo creo que no se las voy a traer. Y pues bueno, vamos a iniciar con la misión legendaria de Zhongli. Regresen entre misiones, detalles de misión, ok. Esta, sí, ok, ya está aquí. Y la de misión de Zhongli. Y está muy, pero muy lejos. A ver, vamos por acá. Está, wow, sí que está retirada. Oh, está en medio del mar. Bueno, vamos por aquí. A ver si podemos llegar o cómo le puedo hacer. Vamos para allá. Ponga esto. Ahí está, perfecto. Parte mero arriba. No sé si lo logre llegar hasta allá. No tengo idea, pero bueno, vamos a intentarle. Como quiera, a ver, vamos a poner a personajes que puedan congelar. A ver, ajustes. Porque no vaya a ser de que... Ok. Zhongli no lo voy a ocupar, así que nos vamos a poner a Kiki. Ok, para poner lo que es... Okay, esto, y vamos a poner acá a ella.
Oh, I'm looking forward to this.
Muy bien, ahí está. Por si acaso llega a pasar una tragedia, pues ya sabemos. Ahí está, muy bien. Ahí está. Yo dudo mucho que vayamos a llegar, Pero bueno. A ver, espero no ahogarme. Vamos, sube. Sí, es aquí, Pero qué difícil es llegar hasta aquí, esta área. Y este Zhongli, ¿dónde está? Ahí está ahí camuflajeado.
This face.
Oh? I didn't think I would see you here.
Are these two your friends?
Yes, we had the fortune of meeting not too long ago. They are quite a knowledgeable and talented pair, and a pleasure to be around. Traveler, we were just discussing the history of Rex Lapis. Would you like to listen?
This, good sir, seems not to appreciate the almighty power of the Lord of Geo. As a professional archaeologist, I'm inclined to correct some of his erroneous views. We are discussing the whereabouts of the first Mora.
The first Mora?
As everyone knows, the Lord of Geo taught the ancient people of Liyue the craft of smelting, creating goods that allowed them to develop trade with the early nations of that time. Today, Liyue holds the sole right to cast Mora in the entire continent of Teyvat. The world's very first Mora should have been cast by the hands of the Lord of Geo himself thousands of years ago.
According to my research, as well as my own hypothesis, I believe that this coin of unique historical significance has been passed down secretly through the years as a kind of token. For example, perhaps the Qixing who control the Liyue use it in some kind of unknown ceremony they hold when they come to power.
No. My research indicates that the first Mora coin is not such a simple thing. Mora is a catalyst. This we all know. Even today, Mora is used in the mystic arts for its curious properties of weapon enhancement. The world's first Mora would no doubt possess the strongest power. My next historical treatise will boldly expound on the newest findings from my intense decade-long research. That is, that the Lord of Geo used this original Mora as a catalyst to enhance a dagger and a sword.
A dagger and a sword?
Well, buy the book when it comes out to read the full story. For now, I will only reveal this. The one who finds the dagger shall become supreme in Liyue, and the one who finds the sword may be crowned Liyue's sovereign.
I can't say I agree. Let us not speak of the authenticity of the dagger and sword first. But Mora and money came about simply because they are a convenient measure of a contract's value. Rex Lapis just meant for Mora to serve as a catalyst for people to exchange and trade. The world's first Mora is probably just an ordinary coin created by Rex Lapis. As for its fate, the same as all Mora, I suspect. It was simply spent somewhere.
I think that Mr. Hanshua's hypothesis seems reasonable. Mr. Zhongli's argument, on the other hand, lacks any evidence. How can you so easily dismiss the Lord of Geo's profound foresight?
No, I am not debating right or wrong. I am simply stating a fact.
Enough! Do you think you understand the Lord of Geo more than me?
Realmente él es Rex Lapis, o sea que están discutiendo con el mismo que creó las moras y todo. O sea, aquí se están debatiendo de que por qué creó la mora, que si es algo místico, que simplemente es como un regalo de Dios, que los hizo para que, no sé, millones de cosas que dijeron aquí los señores, hipótesis, pero Rex, el mismísimo Rex Lapis les está diciendo simplemente para que encontraran el valor de los contratos y para que lo gastaran por mora o con lo que ustedes quieran. Y nada más, o sea, no hay otra cosa para que. Pero bueno, en realidad no creo que alguien conozca mejor que él. A ver.
I know but little about history, and I wouldn't dare to brag. But discussion is meaningless if everyone has the same opinion, no?
Well then, answer me this. Long ago, when Liyue Harbor was being constructed, the Lord of Geo taught the people how to build houses. The model home he used to teach them was completely cast from Mora, correct?
That is correct, indeed.
Okay, then tell me. Why would the Lord of Geo do something so extravagant if not because of the mystical power that Mora contains?
There's a simple explanation, really. To the god of wealth and commerce, what material is easier to get than Mora?
Es como si estuviera contando la historia de otra persona. Sí.
I mean, I am talking about Rex Lapis.
Excuse me, sir. I have some questions about archaeology. Can we find somewhere quiet to chat? I mean, if it's okay with you.
Oh, it's no problem at all. But may my friend accompany us? Perhaps they could be of some help.
Of course. They can come if that's what pleases you, sir. Let's go.
Ok, sal flore. ¿Flore? ¿Qué dice? ¿Sal flor? Flore. Sí leí bien, ¿no? A ver. Sal flore. Sí, ok. Yo pensé que había leído mal, dije sal flore. Normalmente diría sal flores o algo así, pero dice flore. Bueno, está bien así. Vamos a escuchar a esta muchacha.
What I'm about to say is a bit disrespectful of the Lord of Geo and would draw a lot of angry looks. So it's best to discuss this somewhere quiet. Your argument just now exhibited acuteness of speech and thought. Most importantly, you don't fall for the boasting and acting of the others. You remain objective. So I have a question for you. Perhaps you will answer differently from other scholars. Do you think that all the gods that the Geo Archon killed were evil?
Let's not analyze it in terms of good versus evil. Rex Lapis placed great importance on the integrity of contracts. So any gods he killed certainly must have broken some kind of contract.
Right! The Lord of Geo wouldn't kill the innocent.
But when I was doing some research, I learned about the legend of the god of salt. The god of salt, Havria, was a very kind god. But she encountered Morax one day in battle. Morax used a rather underhanded trick to assassinate her.
What? No way!
This bit of history is a long story. But you may not like the truth when you hear it.
Don't worry, please tell me what you know. This event, I've already searched for answers for a long time.
No, it's just... Where should I begin?
Over here, Mr. Zhongli. I've been looking for you. So you're over here all this time.
Put down your weapon and stay back. Otherwise, Paimon's reporting you to the Millilith.
First of all, I'm not holding a weapon. There's no need to overreact now. I'm simply an archaeological researcher from Snezhnaya. I'm not here for trouble.
The Fatui say that every time.
But this time, I registered with the Liyue Ministry of Civil Affairs. I could show you the official documentation if you want to see it. I will be conducting an archaeological survey here, the results of which will all be shared with the ministry. I heard that Wangsheng Funeral Parlor had a consultant named Zhongli with immense knowledge of ancient history and archaeology. So I paid Wangsheng Funeral Parlor a handsome amount to hire Zhongli as my own consultant while I'm in town.
So you mean to say that this is work for the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor, yes? Well, since it's work, I don't have a choice. A consultant of the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor must respect their duty.
Of course you would be such a reasonable man. Well then, let's head out now, shall we?
Wait, if you are studying archaeology, can I go too? I am also a scholar in this field, so I can help.
That will give us a chance to continue the topic we were just discussing. Oh, and you should tag along too. This experience may be of help to you on your future adventures. It is a story from before the rise of the Seven. Although the god of salt has already perished.
Wait. This is an archaeological expedition, not a tour group. That's too many people.
But this friend of mine has a treasure-finding talent, surpassed by no one.
Oh? What talent?
If my friend espies a treasure chest, they will absolutely find a way to open it.
Hey, Paimon's good at that too.
Well, that is quite enticing. All right then. Well, let's go. There's no time to waste. When the Overlord of the Vortex was crushed by the Jade Chamber recently, perhaps something of interest was washed ashore. An ancient artifact would be good. Traces of ancient activity would be great. but a piece of the god's limb would be even better.
Muy bien, muy bien, muy bien. Ok, entonces ya más o menos escuchamos un poquito de una historia media turbia de este Zhongli, de lo que es la señora Flore, o algo así. Bueno, muy bien, vamos a teletransportarnos, o a este punto de teletransporte, vamos para allá. Aquí.
This place looks so ordinary. Can we really find anything valuable here?
Huh? Paimon thinks it looks really grand.
I don't mean the scenery, but rather that there should be something out of the ordinary. A big battle did just occur and all, and I don't even know where to begin looking here.
Guyun Stone Forest is actually the perfect place to be, if you wish to learn about the gods or the history of the Archon War. Legend has it that Rex Lapis threw spears made of large rock into the sea here, piercing and crushing the overlord of the vortex.
Cuenta la leyenda que Rex Lapis arrojó a este mar unas gigantescas lanzas hechas de piedra, clavándoselas al señor Vórtice para derrotarlo. O sea, cada pedazo que vemos así como que hacia arriba son cosas que lanzó Zhongli hacia abajo para poder derrotar a un señor, o yo creo que de qué tamaño tendría que ser para podérselo lanzar así y tenerlo que matarlo de esa manera y no tener que matarlo con lanzas. Imagínate, debe ser muy peligroso. Pero bueno, vamos a seguir aquí.
After many years of wind erosion, those stone spears have turned into the unique rock formations we see now.
These mountains were the Lord of Geo's weapons?
What we see now is just the part of them that remains. The stone spears hurled by Rex Lapis all those years ago were much greater, both in number and in size. But due to the different angles they landed at, their large centers of mass, erosion by seawater, and years of gravity, many of them have been completely swallowed by the sea. So besides wind erosion, the initial collapsing of the stone spears also played a big part in the formation of Guyun Stone Forest.
Well, a god able to fight one so powerful as Rex Lapis was certainly very strong in its own right.
Indeed. This is where the value lies in research at Guyun Stone Forest. Most of the objects from that time were lost to the sea. But the gigantic waves created by the overlord of the vortex have given those sunken objects a chance to see the light of day again.
So you're saying that if we look carefully, we'll be able to get very, very rich. I mean, rich with archaeological knowledge and historical value, yes? Well, since we brought so many people, I think it would be best to split up and look.
Okay then. I will go with my friend here. Although I have a smattering of knowledge in various disciplines, when it comes to archaeology, I can't compete with the expert here.
Huh? Me?
What's the matter? This is your profession. Why are you so surprised?
I get it. I'll escort him then.
Okay. If we find anything valuable or rare, let's meet on the shore opposite from here.
Ok, muy bien. Entonces,
the ancient god probably left behind lots of elemental marks. Following them should make our search much easier.
Well, go ahead then. Use your elemental sight to look for any marks.
ok, muy bien, muy bien. Tenemos que cambiar de personajes, ya que estos personajes los elegí por si caía en medio del mar. Ok, vamos a cambiar, vamos a poner a... Sí, nos vamos a llevar a Jim, Venti y nos vamos a llevar a Zhongli.
Sure.
Muy bien, ahí está, perfecto. Lo que he visto que casi la mayoría de todos los que utilizo son de viento, son de viento. Es por aquí. Muy bien. ¡A morir! Muy bien, perfecto. Oh, que me acabo de congelar, a ver. ¿No? Muy bien.
Think you can get away?
¿Se supone que se tienen que morir? No. Ya. Ahí está, muy bien. Pues no quedó mucho de estos señores. A ver, vamos por aquí. Ya venimos. Vamos por acá. ¿Y por aquí qué? Ok.
Barbados, guide us.
Muy bien. Y ya está.
Why are there enemies here?
Muy bien.
Stone Forest is a place where a god was defeated, and its remnants still affect the area to this day.
Y está por este lado. Una bolsita. Bueno, vamos a nadar un poquito. Está de este lado. Ahora está aquí.
Gathering together here. But why?
See that object in the center? Perhaps it emits the remnant strength of the god. That would certainly attract them. But the hydro-mimic monsters. I have a contract and must put my personal feelings aside. Go ahead. Defeat them and recover the relic.
Muy bien, ya se fue uno. Listo.
Think you can get away?
Oh, son más, son más, son más, son más.
Brace yourself. I swear by my sword. Forward. Here we go.
Vamos que se mueren, bichos. Es que son demasiado resistentes estos, ¿eh?
It's just a stone slab, but its design is quite unique. This should be enough to garner some information. Let's head back.
¿Qué eres por aquí? Aquí.
You call yourself a scholar of archaeology? You can't even recognize this or that. What are you good for?
We all have our areas of expertise. I already tried very hard to explain.
Oh, stop arguing! What in the world happened?
This girl just keeps bragging about how she's an archaeologist, but she doesn't even know anything about the surrounding ruins. I even know more than her. She left me to rely solely on guessing, experience, to find anything valuable to take back. Ugh, what a waste of time.
I've just been researching the god of salt, so I'm not familiar with sea relics. Is that so strange? And you kept asking about how much Mora everything is worth. Can the value of relics only be measured in Mora?
Isn't measuring their value in Mora the easiest way? This also matches the traditions of Liyue, does it not?
Now, calm down. No need to make a fuss. We were able to bring back some intriguing objects. Let's have a look. Oh, what a shame. These objects were indeed washed ashore by the Overlord of the Vortex, but they have nothing to do with the god besides being in the vicinity at the time. This stone slab we found, however, has a mysterious pattern and faint aura of divine power. Perhaps it will be useful for research purposes.
Quick, give it to me. At least we didn't come for nothing. The power of the gods, yes! This is good. Oh, but these other objects are certainly worth a little something, right? It should be enough to cover the cost of hiring you. It's all mine.
So, it's only valuable for research if there are remnants of divine power on it?
Not at all. My quest to uncover the history of the God of Salt is because history can tell us about culture and beliefs. But you? You're just trying to use archaeology to get rich.
Nonsense! I'm a professional archaeology researcher from Snezhnaya. I swear. If I'm lying, may the Lord of Geo strike me down.
Oh, by the way, you probably don't want to sell that teacup.
Oh? Why's that?
That's not an ancient teacup. It's part of Ningguang's collection. It must have fallen here along with the Jade Chamber. So unless you want to mess with the cheesing...
Ah, I see. What a shame. It was of such high quality, too.
See? You do want to sell these objects!
But, so what? Why can't I pursue wealth both intellectual and material? Don't be so simple-minded. All right, then. No need to stay here any longer. I'm rather quite intrigued by the God of Salt, too, actually. Let's go to Saltarai next.
Ok, misión completada. Pues vamos a seguir, ¿eh? Vamos a seguir con lo que sigue. Que es por... Oh, está algo retirado, ¿eh? Vamos por acá. Salterria. Vamos por allá. Vamos a volar con Venti un poquito y vamos a caer por aquí cerquitas.
I heard that Saltarai was once the home of the God of Salt's people. Therefore, there's sure to be loads of valuable relics nearby.
According to legend, the people of the God of Salt, Havria, enjoyed prosperous lives under her protection. But this legend has been around for ages. With the countless scrap collectors and treasure hoarders in the area, there probably aren't many valuable things left here.
Oh, good. That's just great. If I knew it was picked this clean before, I wouldn't have come.
About that, I know there's a ruin deep in this cave here. It's related to the God of Salt, which is actually how the area originally got its name of Saltarai. However, the ruin entrance has been sealed by a mysterious power. Nobody has been able to break the seal. I found a mechanism that seemed to be related to the seal, but when I undid the mechanism, the seal wasn't affected at all. So at the moment, the seal's origin and how to break it are very important topics in my research on the God of Salt. I don't know, there's no concrete evidence, but I'm pretty sure the seal is meant to hide some kind of long-forgotten truth. The God of Salt was a benevolent god, adored by the people, not to mention powerful. She wouldn't have any kind of shameful secrets to hide. So, the one who wants to hide some truth is very possibly her killer, Morax.
This doesn't sound like something the Lord of Geo would do, though.
Who cares about all that? It sounds like countless treasures of the God of Salt lie within this ruin, just waiting for someone to find them, right?
You weren't listening at all, were you? Ugh. Even if there's a mountain of treasures inside, nobody can get in if the seal isn't broken.
Ah, but we have the illustrious Mr. Zhongli with us. He looks like he knows just about everything. A little seal shouldn't be any trouble for him.
This seal seems to be quite ancient. Even Mr. Zhongli may not know all of its secrets.
I may know something about it.
What?
Over the years, I've heard various rumors with bits of knowledge about seals. Although their references seem rather disorderly, They do in fact contain the secret to breaking seals. Let's go take a look at the mechanism Miss Wanyan just mentioned.
Okay, since Mr. Zhongli says so, follow me then.
Ok, pues hay que ir de nuevo. ¿Hacia dónde? Ok, vamos a teletransportarnos.
There's some debris scattered here that, when put together, look like they definitely had to do with the god of salt.
Aquí tenemos algunas cuantas cositas,
According to the inscription on
artefactos.
the side, if one looks from a certain angle, the secret to the mechanism will be revealed.
Muy bien, vamos a hacer un poquito de esto para agarrar un poquito de madera. Y aquí, ¿qué es esto? Busca forma de no sé qué cosa.
See that? Although we activated the mechanism, nothing happened to the seal.
That's because there's actually another mechanism that must be activated.
Another?
Let me lead the way from here.
No, no es por aquí, es para allá. Es por aquí.
This place seems familiar. Huh, I remember. I think there's some elemental monuments here. So you're saying they're related to all this? When I investigated the seal last time, I had someone with a vision accompany me. But when we lit up all the elemental monuments, nothing happened.
That's because you don't just need to activate them at the same time, but in a certain order as well. Otherwise, the seal will not be broken. The secret to this puzzle is hidden in the legends about the Archon War. Tianheng in the south, Yaoguang in the east, Jueyun in the west, Qingce in the north. All desolate and devoid of life. Liyue is vast, yet even one haven is hard to find.
Ay, lo siento, es que estaba notando.
To the north, to the east. Do the people of Liyue always talk in riddles?
I think I've heard this saying before.
Certainly you have. And the contents of this saying are also related to the god of salt, to provide a haven for her people, whose lives had been ravaged by the Archon War. This benevolent god searched all across Liyue. At that time, with the chaotic fires of war engulfing the land, even one sliver of peace was a luxury. And that haven she eventually found is right here. Today...
How sad then. In the end, this peaceful place was destroyed by Morax.
Okay, enough with these ancient stories. Now that we have the clue, hurry up and break the seal. Whatever happened doesn't matter as long as we can get inside that ruin.
Tianheng in the south, Yaoguang in the east, Jueyun in the west, Qingce in the north. With this clue, you should be able to solve the puzzle.
Ok, muy bien, entonces hay que ir para allá. Pero primero hay que matar a todos estos, ¿no?
Order guide you.
Think you can get away?
Right.
Muy bien, tenemos varias cosas. Y... ok. ¿Y ahora? Ilumina los monumentos que te indicó Zhongli. Ok. Ah, tiene que ser eléctrico. Ok, muy bien. Entonces tenemos que cambiar. Vamos a cambiar. Vamos a poner esto aquí y vamos a poner...
I'll scout ahead.
Perfecto. Y no hay nadie más, no hay nada más, ¿o sí?
Tianheng in the south, Yaoguang in the east, Jueyun in the west, Jingze in the north. The directions are the clue. Give it another try.
No entiendo, o sea... Oh, que me acabo de morir yo solo. Ok.
Barbados, found us.
Tianheng in the south, Yaoguang in the east, Jueyun in the west, Jingze in the north. The directions are the clue.
Look! The seal really was broken. Mr.
Ay,
Zhongli
lo
is
siento,
indeed
estaba
quite
muteado,
remarkable.
lo siento, lo siento.
It was nothing, really. Now, it's time that people learn the hidden truth lost to time.
Estaba en muteado, He estado aquí dando la vuelta casi a varias veces, como unas 5 veces le intenté. Dándole primero a este, luego así, luego al otro y así sucesivamente. Y pues ya. Como lo vieron, así se resuelve. Batallé bastantito, Batallé bastantito. Ok, muy bien. Es para... Sí, de hecho es por donde vinimos, de hecho. Vamos por allá.
Brace yourselves.
Muy bien.
Before entering the ruin, I have a proposal that will help us prevent the kind of senseless arguing between you two that we saw at Guyonstone Forest.
Okay. What is it?
I propose you two agree upon a contract, stipulating that we alternate who gets claim to each treasure we encounter, with only one object permitted per claim. To show my sincerity, I won't be taking any treasure. This will just be between you all.
Hey! Don't pass an opportunity like this up so easily!
I don't agree. I mean, you want me to split the treasure with this amateur archaeologist? No, absolutely not.
I don't agree either. He will only defile the precious relics left behind by the god of salt. I can't accept this.
Well then, if the contract is not agreed upon, I will no longer serve as your consultant on this expedition. You will have to rely on your own experience to find whatever treasures are hidden in this ruin, as well as traps.
You have the audacity to demand this. Okay then. Even half of the treasure in the long-sealed ruin of the God of Salt should be enough to make a fortune.
If you want me to agree upon this contract, so be it. I just have one request, Mr. Zhongli. if we discover the truth behind the god of salt, you must judge it fairly, even if the truth harms Morax's image.
I can accept this arrangement. Well then, let's go.
Misión completada. Y pues bueno, gente, ¿qué tal si dejamos hasta aquí lo que es el capítulo de hoy? Un capítulo muy bueno en el cual estamos investigando un poquito lo que es esta historia de la diosa Sal Flore o algo así, creo que así se llama la señora. Una historia pues que ya quedó como en el olvido, que esta muchacha, la de lentes, ha estado investigando, el otro nada más quiere los tesoros para volverse rico, millonario, etcétera, etcétera. Y pues lo vamos a dejar hasta aquí. Y luego ya en el siguiente capítulo vamos a entrar a estas ruinas, que yo también la primera vez que voy a entrar. La verdad no sé qué vayamos a esperar ahí adentro, qué monstruos, qué bichos vayamos a encontrar o qué trampas vayamos a ver y todo eso. Espero que este capítulo pues les haya gustado, si han divertido tanto como yo. Y si es así, por favor denle like si les gustó. En comentario pueden dejar lo que ustedes quieran. Los invito a suscribirse y nos vemos en el próximo capítulo de este Genshin Impact. Nos vemos.